To bring in right now to discuss this a bit closer, Alabama Senator, a member of the Senate Armed Services Committee, Senator Tommy Tuberville. Pleasure to have you, sir. Thanks for joining us today on Newsline.
Thank you.
You know, there's critical conversations happening. A lot of the Republican senators taking these meetings. So we did see Fetterman say he's meeting with Hegseth today. Tell us what you're hearing in the walls there on the Capitol, how the process is going, and if you think President-elect Trump's choices will be confirmed.
Yeah, I think that a lot of the Republicans are trying to be relevant, to be honest with you. But everybody should do their due diligence. People in Alabama have given me the decision to make, but I'm going to make it for them because they voted for Donald Trump. Now, we've got some very good, I call them assistant coaches, being a coach myself. President Trump needs a strong, loyal group around him. They're all ready to go. I've had some in my office. I have Robert Kennedy Jr. next Tuesday. I'm on the health committee, looking forward to meet with him. But we've got some good people, and President Trump needs them confirmed and needs them confirmed fast.
Yeah. I hear you, and I hear about people trying to be relevant. Does he face an uphill battle, RFK Jr.?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting next Tuesday. He'll be here on Capitol Hill making the rounds. So looking forward to meeting him. I've never met him before.
Okay. Well, some say he may be the next one that they will try to have an uphill battle when he comes in. Obviously, we saw Donald Trump this morning soaking in really what was a historic election win for him. And he wants to help Americans, help the economy. Let's talk about the Farm Bill, because Senate Democrats released their version of the bill a few weeks ago. You say it's completely inadequate, too little, too late. If we're trying to help people and help American farmers, why are the Democrats stalling on the bill? And what do you believe needs to be done to protect the farmers, the critical farmers here in America?
Yeah, and they're in really bad shape. We've lost 150,000 farms in the last few years. Right now, we're trying to get a supplemental for the farmers because they have been devastated this past year. The prices just dropped off the ceiling, and Joe Biden's inflation hit the ceiling. Energy cost, input cost, fertilizer, seeds, all those. And so we're trying to come up with a supplemental. If we don't, we'll lose 100,000 farms in the next 3 months, and we can't afford to do that.
No, clearly. The time is now to act. Now, let's talk about what's happening with the Democrat Party also when it comes to fundraising. Speaker Johnson has called out something he says completely illegal. He wants an investigation. ActBlue was accepting donations using foreign prepaid gift cards all the way up until July. I mean, this is foreign influence, no?
Oh, it's foreign influence. And what they're doing, too, is they're using people's names that have given a small amount of money and putting $15,000 to $20,000 behind that name. They've been caught many, many times. We've got a different DOJ now, or will have in about 35, 36, 37 days. And so that is going to be to the forefront. We've got to get behind and find out what's going on. There's no way that they can raise that much money in that short period of time.
Yeah, it was a lot of money. All right. So we want to ask you this before we let you go, something you know a thing or two about, and that is college football. There was some big news. Legendary NFL coach Bill Belichick of my New England Patriots now heading back to school, the new head coach at North Carolina. So what do you think? Will this be a tough transition, Belichick going from pro to college? Or what advice do you offer Bill Belichick, Senator?
Well, it's a totally different game, pro to college. It's about recruiting. It's about younger kids. It's about building and teaching technique and fundamentals. You don't do that in NFL. You bring in players that already know what to do and how to do it. So it'll be a very different game for him. It's a different structure. It's going to take different coaches that he's worked with in the NFL. I hope he's successful, but it's going to be very, very hard. It's a totally different idea of what he's doing and what he did for 30 years in the NFL.
I hope he's listening. And takes that advice, and a thing or two about that. Also, this weekend, the Army-Navy game is coming up. We think they'll make headlines because President-elect Trump is not only attending, there's word that he might have Pete Hegseth and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis as guests at the game. Of course, DeSantis' name was floated if Hegseth didn't make his process and get dropped out before. Joni Ernst had that second meeting, says she's going to be on board. That was one of the big developments this week. What do you think about who wins the game? And, well, I guess we could say who wins ultimately that big coveted role in the Pentagon. But at least let's start with the game, Coach.
Well, first of all, the game's going to be very good. Both Army and Navy have excellent football teams. They got great coaching staffs. They had excellent years. It's going to be a toss-up game. I'm actually going to the game myself because I love college football, but that is a very patriotic game. Pete, going to that game, Pete will be our next Secretary of Defense. He's exactly what we need. He's not a general. He's a drill sergeant. We need to whip our Pentagon and our military back into shape and get out of this DEI woke mentality that we've been in the last 4 years.
All right. Well, Senator Tuberville, always great when you can join to talk politics and football. Enjoy the game, and we hope to see you back here soon.
Thank you.